So I just got home from a long night at work at a restaurant. And needless to say, at this restaurant there is a bar. And so the ritual is that after work we have a couple drinks and then we go home. Cool. So also for me, another ritual that I like to do is occasionally when it's late at night, like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., occasionally I like to stop by at the local cemetery, just, whenever I'm weird, just to, feel things out, just connect with the earth. It's a very therapeutic type of environment for me. So anyway, so so I was on my way home and I stopped off at the cemetery after a couple of drinks, let's just say, and literally as soon as I pull into the cemetery, I see headlights come by the road adjacent to my road, and I'm like, oh, fuck. It's a cop. So I turn the car off quickly, and I'm like trying to cover the interior dome lights, and needless to say, it didn't work. It didn't work. So the cop pulls up with his fucking high beam thing right in my face, and he rolls down the window and he's like, so is everything okay? And I turn the car back on accessory and open the window, and I'm like, absolutely, sir, everything is just fine. Everything in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm drunk, fuck, this is fuck, I fucked up, I did a bad thing, I fucked up. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna turn around and I'll be right back, just don't go anywhere. So I turn everything off and do everything properly and get my license out of my wallet, and and so he pulls around behind me, and he gets out of the car and he's asking me, he's got his flashlight out and he's, asking me questions. He's like, so what are you doing here? And I'm like, I know it's weird, but I had a ritual with a loved one of mine that, we would come and hang out at the cemetery, late at night when no one was there, and it was just, I know it's weird, it's a ritual that we had. So he was cool with that. He took that as an answer. Cool. So we took my license, and he's like, I'm just going to run your stuff. Cool. So he does for a minute or whatever, and he comes back, and he's, grilling me about stuff. He's like, so who are you here to visit? And obviously I wasn't there to fucking visit anyone. I was just there to hang out. And fucking, I don't even know why I was there. And so, hey, Jones. And so I go and I'm looking around. I'm like, I was here to visit, and I just look over at the nearest fucking gravestone, and it's Bowinger, or I don't even remember what it was, something with a B, and it was one of those giant headstones, and he's shining his flashlight on it, and he's like, so who are you here to visit? And I was like, John. I was here to visit John. Obviously. Psh. He's shining his name on all the lights. And he's like, there's a Mildred. There's a Richard. And I'm immediately, well, no one wants to go by Dick. And he took it. He fucking took it as a legitimate answer. His nickname was John. No one really wants to go by Dick. He took it as a thing that was legit. So he was like, all right, you can do your thing. You can go say hello to whoever. But he shines his light in my back seat, and I had the seat down in hatchback, and he's like, "Are you here to sleep?" And I'm like, "No, sir, I have dogs. I had the back seat down so my dogs could hang out." And he's like, "Oh, all right, cool." That's not a lie. And then he saw I have a sticker. It says, like, such and such township police supporter. And he's like, "Where'd you get that sticker from?" And I was like, "Well, I work." And I like gestured to my shirt, my uniform, and was like, "I work with so and so, and her husband is Matt something so and so, that guy." And I didn't even need to finish after his wife's name. I mentioned the wife's name, and he was like, "You're cool." Wink. And so, holy shit, I got away with fucking being drunk in a cemetery at 2:30 a.m. So, I lucked out. And he's like, "So, you should leave. Go home, go to bed." And I was like, "Yes, sir. Have a fantastic night. Thank you so much." And that is the story of my life, which is, first and foremost, a joke.